Hello everyone, welcome back to a new episode of Prismata. Let's see what's on TV while we wait for a match. Never mind, it's Exyotsuba again. Surprise, surprise. Base +8. See some big blue stuff. I'm player 1. Odin and Grenade Mech are great together, and so is Energy Matrix and Ebb, so I like that a lot. Right, Grenade Mech gives you a way to get rid of the excess blue that you don't super want after Odin. Although, to be honest, with Energy Matrix, you're relatively happy to have it anyway. Can you... I think you can buy an Ebb on your way up to the Odin and still fit into the normal Odin rush timing, because you can buy 2 drones instead of 1, but then sell one of the drones back. And meanwhile, you can also like buy some Galvanis to help out. So I think that's what I'll do. I'll go for like a player 1 Odin rush line with an Ebb on the turn before the Odin, when you would otherwise float the blue. And I think I can squeeze in a 2 Galvanis along with it. I don't really see anything else you could do. Thunderhead doesn't seem like amazing. You really want all this big blue stuff. Maybe player 2 can get there faster somehow. But I'm not going to think too hard about that. If it happens, it happens, you know? Sure, 4 NGs because Galvani. Makes sense. Okay, it's exciting. So let's see. We do this, and then we Ebb double Galvani and 2 Blast Forges. No, I can't do that. Okay, so I need to get a Galvani here instead, right? 2 Blast Forges next turn leaves me $8. Ebb double Galvani fits perfectly. No, Ebb double Galvani is not purchasable. It is not a legal play. I don't have the energy. So I guess opponent is trying to go Grenade Mechs to make the Odin not work. Or get Grenade Mechs on the way, which is kind of nice, because then you have them available, like, already. So let's suppose that I try to buy the Odin. What exactly will they do to me? I think they will Grenade Mech Gauss Cannon, which feels pretty uncomfortable. I will not be able to defend the Odin. I won't have an Absorber, right? But is that so bad? They'll blow everything and breach me for a couple drones. Right, they'll attack for 5. I'm not too worried about that. I think getting out the first Odin is pretty good. And then I can get the Grenade Mech after. Or maybe the Energy Matrix, if they've committed to all this attack. I'm guessing wall Grenade Mech is more likely. So, yeah, let's try that. They'll be killing the energy engineers, so my Galvanis kind of suck, but, you know, what can you do? Oh, Fission instead of Gauss, sure. Okay, kind of have to do this now. I'm not sure whether I should click the Odin and breach for the fission turret. Oh, if they do this, I'm definitely not. I'm just going to click a bunch of Galvani's and hold the Odin, right? I think reaching for the turret is pretty good. And some drones. I would love to get a grenade mech at some stage. I don't know, I don't have a lot of attack after doing this, but I think it's worth it to take down the fission turret and some drones. And of course all the Galvani's are now deactivated. I don't need this many NGs because they're gonna just click to kill Galvani's probably, right? And I'd like to be able to build, like, grenade mech wall or something next turn. So, would an Odin... Okay, well if they do this, an Odin click is no good. I don't know. I could kill a couple Galvani's and also a wall if I attacked for... If I attack for 5, I kill a single Galvani as well as a wall. It's not that great a trade, actually. They're not even using the Galvani. So I'll just click the 2 splitters and kill a wall and, like, be happy with my life, I guess. Should I somehow be gambiting better? Like, threaten to keep the Odin if they click everything? And backswing that somehow does a lot? Like, maybe this wall is too passive. Maybe I should say, fine, if you click everything, I'll absorb onto Odin and hit you on the backswing for 7, 8, 10. That's probably okay. And I'll get another Galvani because even though I only keep 2 NGs alive in that line, I can click Ebb to harvest the 3rd Galvani. Okay, well, this is scary. They do have a lot of attack. What? Is your claim that I can't actually attack? Maybe. What are they attacking for? 6, 9, 10, 12? Next turn? So first of all, like, is this even possible? Yes. I can swing back here, and I think that I should. This would be really nice, and indeed I can do it. That's better. This turns off the Galvani's, as well as putting a lot of pressure on them, and I'm already over the absorb barrier with this 4 attack, so seems good. And like, how do they... What am I attacking for next turn? 6, 7, 10? Yeah, they can probably put together that much defense. Am I going to be able to survive the turn after? I don't know. It's looking pretty dicey, actually. Actually, they can't build a lot of walls? They can just build a wall and a force field? And I guess if they hold 1 drone, that defends? So I think if I can hang on 1 more turn, I should have them. They can't build it like any defenses next turn, and it'll be their last Odin click and their last grenade mech click. But, you know, that's an if. If I can hold on. I'm not so sure about it. Okay, choosing not to click the grenade mech to let them build a wall next turn. That's interesting. And 1 more ND as well. So do they have any, like, granularity, attack granularity? Not really. They either attack for 4 or 8. 4 I can handle. Because it's just energy matrix. 8 is a bit tricky. I could build another matrix and they just barely exploit that, I guess. Or exploit it a lot by clicking the Galvani's. Maybe I can do this. And I attack for the same amount next turn. I could click these guys, and then they can't keep the drone alive without... They have to keep a force field alive here, so this is sort of like... I think it's okay. I really hate the idea of killing Galvani's right now, but I think it actually does something useful by making... Okay. They kept the drone instead to absorb badly? Is that really worth? Six. I want to let them keep 3 health alive if I can, right? And that's this? Yeah, this exploits a little bit. They have to lose energy matrix onto Odin. Oh man, clicking this is so scary. I don't think I should actually do that. Or Odin onto energy matrix, sure. Either way, it exploits. This relieves a lot of pressure on me, and it's not clear how they're ever going to attack for enough to matter. I guess they're going to go back to droning up and building attackers, maybe? Yeah? I mean, I guess. I'm sort of having to do the same thing, aren't I? The fission turrets are dying off. Huh. I don't know, this is a weird one. There's something better I could get than a splitter? Yeah, I could get an ebb turbine, right? Sort of buying 2 drones here. I don't. The 4th attack doesn't do anything for me, so I might as well just get more drones. I'm glad they didn't find a way to get a 3rd engineer for their fissions. Okay, what an odd game. I feel like it was a player 1 favored set with a pretty comfortable Odin line that works quite well, and player 2 had to find something innovative to try to survive against it. And what my opponent did seemed reasonable to me. This is a good pressure play. I sort of anticipated that when I saw the 2nd Blast Forge. But I think it's just like not as impactful as it looks. Because I get the Odin anyway, and in the mean, and I get a pretty strong counterattack. I think I may have over-defended the Odin early when they could deny absorb by killing Galvani's. I don't know. I think I was right though to make this gambit of sacking on, of absorbing on Odin, because I'm so far up in drones that basically by attacking with Odin, my opponent is offering, hey, would you like to speed the game up? And I think that that's pretty good for me because I can survive longer. I have more blast forges, I have more drones. And so I'm happy to accept this offer. Happy is maybe a strong word, but willing to see where things go. So I don't know. I think it's just overall a tough set for my opponent, and then suddenly, like, there was just this this quiet, right, where none of us could really attack for anything important. This attack for 7, I think, was correct, since it relieves the Odin pressure against me. That wasn't what I expected. I thought they would sack Matrix onto Odin, but I think they're right to do this. The Odin is not really threatening very much anymore, and you're not likely to click it anytime soon if you lose your energy matrix now, so might as well just give up the Odin. But this splitter actually maybe should have already been an ebb. I was thinking like, hey, let's continue threatening to attack. My opponent's having trouble defending, right? So continue threatening. But I think that's misguided. I think I should have seen sooner that my opponent probably wants to lose the Odin. And also, like with these fissions timing out soon, and me having very little permanent attack, that this splitter won't really do anything. I don't know, I guess he makes the opponent build a wall, which is pretty good for me, you know, now that I look at it. If I didn't have this splitter, then they could get away with not building a wall here and do something else. Build some kind of attacker, or build more drones or something. Get an ebb instead of a drone, maybe. Yeah, ebb instead of a drone is probably what they would do. Ebb instead of wall drone, that is. I think I'm still... Wait, am I ahead? Why, Why do I see him ahead right now? My opponent has more drones. The attack numbers are very similar. I guess what I have is this Odin and some pixies, basically. Also, my opponent keeps letting me kill Galvanis, I guess, which is nice. I mean, my opponent's on 7 drones and I'm on 8. And they have green. But I guess I'm up an attacker and up an Odin. Like, forcing my opponent to, like, have bot some defense. I don't know, though. Like, is it really so bad? It doesn't seem great, but... I don't know, just another NG so I can buy drones or something? And we're gonna kill these Galvanis next turn. Maybe that's what he was so sad about. Cause, like, the fact that I'm threatening all this attack is not really material. My opponent's already built enough defense to cover it all. So... I guess I can click it twice eventually when my opponent, like, doesn't have enough defense left. But I don't know, I think, like, I'm just gonna drone up a bit more. These Galvanis are gonna suck a bit, I guess. Yeah... I mean, you can get a bit more econ this way, I guess. But I'm killing the Galvanis again. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I guess I'm winning here. Tell you what. Let's try to watch part of a game here. Let's just watch Scabe versus Prismata, see what these guys are up to. Before I call it a day. Or at least a video. What is going on? Everyone is sort of angling towards, like, wow, look at these big defenders, by the way. And Sinestra is oh gosh, another big defender. Sinestra is a pretty powerful attacker, of course, that both players sort of want. Oh wow, you can actually get Sinestra Feral here. That's pretty cool. I guess we're not going to. We want... what exactly? The Sinestra Ossified is like a pretty serious combo. Ossified provides what Sinestra badly needs, both defense and... oh my gosh, you cannot polywall here. That's the worst. Both a defender and a red sync. just like able to pretty comfortably pick up a Centurion, I think. Is it comfortable? What if your opponent gets another Centurion, Sinestra? I guess you can just like hold some Ossifieds and be fine. Huh. Yeah. Yeah, this seems really good for Prismata here. Lacking access to Centurion is gonna be pretty disastrous here. We have a little bit too much green that we can't really spend. I guess we're gonna try to get it next turn, but it's hard to see how we can actually do that. Okay, holding Ossifieds will do it. But in the meantime, doesn't the opponent have a bit more attack? And a bit more economy? Oh my gosh, a Drake. Wow. That might actually prevent the Centurion. Two Tarsiers and an Engie, huh? You could cut one of those Tarsiers and the Engie and get a Feral, which attacks a bit more. I mean, he doesn't want to build two Ferals if he wants the Sinestra next turn, I think. Oh, maybe it's like Sinestra Xeno, yeah. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Xenos as like defenders. Really great soak, which is sort of what you need. You already have the best absorber there is, and you're building big attackers, and what you need is soak, and the Xeno is a good blue sync that's a good non-prompt soak. Yeah, I predict Prismata has easily won this. Alright, fine. So I just wanted to look at a game here. We won't watch to the end, that one's kind of boring. But the episode was kind of short, and I thought, like, let's see what other people are up to. We played against Mythic recently, right? Allegedly a big fan. Whether of the YouTube series or just of saying I'm a big fan, we'll never know. So, what's happening here? Sentry, I guess? Are you gonna get Doomed Max? Like, they seem okay. But when you already have Sentry to absorb on, absorbing on Doomed Max is like not that amazing. This actually seems like if you're gonna add some more tech, you would want to add red. For, like, this seems like an okay set, in fact, for Reservoir. And if you can, like, maybe somehow get a Sinestra as well, that would be great, but probably not. Okay, we want Thunderhead, huh? Interesting. It seems a little bit early, but I guess if both players do it, it's fine. Yeah, they both look like they want a Thunderhead, actually. Huh. Could Chrono Filter be good? As a way to, like... Chrono Filter works well with Sinestra because it's pretty hard to get an economy / tech setup that can buy Sinestra every turn. But if you just have a conduit or two and a Chrono Filter, you can maybe like float a bit on the Chrono Filter off turns to let you get Sinestra plus, I don't know, wall or something on your on turn. Oh wow. So is this Tesla trying to deny the Thunderhead by threatening to get to 11 attack right away? We're at 5. How would we get to 11 exactly? I don't see that we can do that. Like, Tesla Sinestro would do it, but we don't have enough money. So I guess we'll just do it next turn. Yeah, I don't love the Tesla. I definitely don't love the second Tesla. Holy smokes. Why would you buy... Well... Do you really need 7 green next turn? Wouldn't you rather this be an Urban Sentry? What are you going to do with 7 green? Thunderhead? And what exactly? I don't think you want 7 green. Okay, well, this is developing into not a Reservoir game. Tesla Coil is the main thing that stands out. It's like not being a Reservoir enabler, right? And Sinestro. The big attackers make you not want Reservoir very much. I thought we might develop into a more sedate Doomed Mech plus Urban Sentry kind of thing with like a Thunderhead to slow things down even a bit more. In which case Reservoir would be pretty okay. Alright, so they got a Thunderhead to turn after, or the Thunderhead kill. Meanwhile, what are we up to? We have 9 damage against the Thunderhead, so theirs is going to get to live for another turn as well. Sinestro Doomed Mech? Can we fit that? Seems good. Reservoir. I don't know if I like that with the Teslas. Maybe you can slow things down enough with Doomed Mech. But don't you want to make sure you can kill the Thunderhead next turn? Or turn after next, rather? I'd be inclined to pick up a Sinestro while I have the red, rather than this Tarsier. Like, sure, the attack is wasted next turn, but it's not like you can delay the Sinestro till next turn. After building a Tarsier here, you won't have red next turn. Well, whoa, that seems like too much red. I assume they can keep everything, right? If we attack for 8, yeah. 4, 6, 8, just barely. Okay. And they'll just have this one engineer to power the Tesla Coil? Wow, that's cutting it pretty close, but looks like Mythic got there. I didn't realize just how close it was. When I just saw the 11 and was like, they did it. But you kind of have to do your due diligence on that and confirm that they actually did it. Probably ought to click that splitter, right? Like, obviously, the damage doesn't do anything, but you don't really want to lose it. 3, 6, 7... yeah, this NG needs to be like 2 force fields or something, doesn't it? Even that doesn't do it, I don't think. Yeah, it does. Okay, this is 11. Can you still... Yeah, you get to keep 6 health alive, which is your 2 attackers and 1 engineer to click the Tesla. Pretty scary. Both players just squeaking by on the Thunderhead kill. 13. Yikes. Yikes. What? Isn't getting breached pretty bad? What am I missing? Okay. Okay, I guess the idea is we're hoping that this Doomed Mech can be defensive enough that the enemy Tesla coils sort of run out of steam. Because 2 is a pretty serious commitment, even on 15 drones. Especially with all this tech behind, like, keeping them powered up is a bit tough. And Doomed Mech, I guess, plus Blood Pact, hopefully slows the game down enough to deny these Tesla coils. But it's going to be a lot of Blood Pacts. We have all this red, and like that's kind of, I don't know, we just have too much green. This third conduit is really hurting. They're attacking for so much more, but we are up like 6 drones. I don't know. I hope you guys don't mind just watching. Like, I told you we're sort of done playing for the episode, so if you're still here, I hope it's because you're really just like watching this to listen to the sound of someone's voice talk about Prismata, and you don't really care if they're playing or watching. Are we gonna get like some really good denial turns when they hold back these Grim Botches? Like, how much is our permanent attack? 4, 5, 6, 6. So if they hold back more than one Grimbotch, we're probably just like gonna punish it. We really would love a second Doomed Mech, because this one's dying, but it's sort of hard to imagine doing that, isn't it? We need all these walls. Maybe we could have cut these walls and this drone, which, like, really? Drone? To build like a force field and a Doomed Mech or something. Gambit that they're not gonna attack with all these Grimbotches. Don't click the Tesla or the Rhino. They're absorbing all this damage. Right, you have to attack for 11 to kill a single engineer. I think, should they take this breach? Probably not. Probably a good gambit. Engineer supplies. Mythic still has several left, but not a ton. Walls? Nameless Surf is almost out. Both players have too much green and really wish they had gotten a Reservoir at some point. Instead of one of these Tarsiers, I think a Reservoir would be quite nice. They managed to slow the game down enough that a Reservoir would arrive at some point. I don't know about buying it now. If you survive long enough, then like probably the Tesla coils aren't firing anymore and you sort of just win. I don't know, maybe Mythic can win even without the Teslas. Sorry about that. Yeah, I think Mythic is just up on like attack, right? It's like 4, 5, 7 permanent free attack. Down here we have 6, 7, 8 permanent free attack, more or less. And that, you know, Nameless Surf has more permanent attack, but there's a whole bunch of tempo things in Mythic's favor. The Teslas, the Doomed Mechs, the Grimbotches are all contributing temporary attack as well as defensive tempo. Except for the Teslas, of course, which are not. They're taking defensive tempo, but Botches and the Doomies. This is an interesting try here to absorb on Sentry. Is it because the opponent can attack for less than 9? 7, 8. Not really. I don't know why you would only hold back one doomed mech at this point. Like, I could understand taking the position that you don't want to... You want to absorb on Sentry instead of doomed mech, in general, this game. But Mythic hasn't been doing that. They've been holding back one doomed mech to absorb on. And then, I'm not sure why you would change your mind this turn. The opponent kind of has to give you value on it anyway, so... It seems like still just a decision of would you rather absorb 2 more or attack 2 more. And I don't know why this turn was the turn to change your mind about that. What is that, 1 engineer left? What are you doing? Oh, I see. Because of Reservoir, you might choose to keep a force field instead of 2 husks. You think you can keep it alive for that long? I don't know. I don't know. It probably doesn't matter either way. The granularity won't be a big deal. The force field won't be a big deal. I think it's just too late for the Reservoir. We're out of walls. Yikes. And out of blood packs as well. Yeah, the Reservoir just came in too late. You don't want to buy an Animus and then, like, the only thing you buy with it is a Tarsier and 10 blood packs. I think the Sinestros were all purchased off of the Chrono Filter. I'm not sure, but I think that was the case. So the Animus really feels quite bad. Mythic here absorbing for 9? But I guess we're attacking for at least 9 anyway, so... Is it worth taking the Breach? Probably not. Can't afford to click both of these guys. Yeah, Mythic's just gonna win this one. You can shift F and survive a little while, but... Shouldn't you shift F? Your Reservoir's coming. I don't know. I don't really see these Urban Sentries as so great. The old 0 force field Reservoir, huh? Maybe 1 force field if you hold back these botches. Okay, they're not clicking the Tesla, that's true. We have finally reached the end of the Teslas, so maybe the Reservoir is doing enough. Shouldn't we have sacked 1 more Urban Sentry there, somehow? Could we have 1 more attacker? I guess not. Yeah. There go 2 more sentries. This Gauss Cannon's a bit ambitious. I think you should just force field a time or 2 to save the sentries you already have. What? Why did we let ourselves get breached? What? Why on earth would you hold drones when you could force field, you madman? Shift F is the play. Okay, I guess buy engineers because of Tesla. Oh my god, are we gonna pull this out here? Really? Oh my god, the Reservoir won. This is why they don't let me... announced tournaments. I don't know. I did one and it was like, they didn't tell me not to come back or anything. They were like, "Would you like to come back?" And I was like, "Yeah, I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of announcing tournaments, it turns out." But I called this one too soon, huh? That's a weird one. I feel like... Let me copy the replay code here so that I just sort of have it handy. Okay, I've pasted it elsewhere. Now I want to go look at Analyze here. Wasn't Mythic like way ahead until they just blundered at the end here? Like this gambit was completely unnecessary. The enemy is losing 2 attacks, so this defends, but 1 more force field defends another sentry. And we can't buy Engies, which is what I'd like to do. Could buy like 2 more force fields to keep alive another sentry. I guess that's fine. And like, what exactly is this player? The supplies are pretty important here. I don't remember what they were like. So we're actually attacking for 8. So this is defended. And indeed, we don't even need the NG because, well, it would be nice. We'll have one next turn, but it would be nice to have 2, so we're still a bit more granular. Something like this. This is why he was not building more force fields. Holy cow. I didn't realize because we didn't actually have like a many force field reservoir. We just had to build 1,000,000 force fields before reservoir arrived, and so like this is all we get. Okay, well, that's something, huh? I mean, I guess just buy another NG, right? That's why they were thinking of holding drones. To save the force fields, because they can't just buy more. They're attackers. Okay. This saves 1 more force field, I guess. And what are they losing here? 2. They're losing 2 attacks, so I can't build a wall. Here we go. A wall. But then, of course, I can't build the Blood Pact, so 2 force fields. This just barely defends. Barely. And in fact, I think I would rather have the Blood Pact and 1 more force field. No, they're losing 2 attacks, so 15. Probably just 14. Maybe even less if they hold back another this botch or something. Anyway, I'm doing this Blood Pact now while I have access to red. Next turn I'll have wall. I don't want to do the wall now and be out of wall supply. Oh, I can't build a wall next turn either. Well, maybe this is better. Wait, what happened to all of my defense? Didn't I have more? How's that gonna go? This said like 6, didn't it? I must have read something wrong. I could swear this number just like jumped by 10 for some reason. Okay. So this is defended, I guess. And I'd rather build a wall than a Blood Pact, given that I can't do either next turn. Oh, yeah, they held 1 too many drones. Or I made them hold 1 too many drones, that is. I was thinking sack 2 drones as if they were a force field, which is true, but drone NG is better for that. And like, we can't really build anything here. right? Enemies attacking for... They're losing 1 sentry, and this they're attacking for 7 less, that's 7. This is defending. Okay, I think actually the force field player is gonna win here. Yeah, this is a breach for exact, and then we don't really have anything after that, right? We could hold a splitter, I guess, to prevent the breach. Maybe shouldn't have force fielded in that case, since the enemy is clearly attacking for exactly 12. But I don't think it much matters. The only thing you could do with the drone next turn is force fielded anyway. It's not like you could get an extra energy or anything. So now... enemy's losing 2 attack. Losing 8 attack, so they have just 5. This defends? Then our Tesla's off. Huh. Looks like this breaches for a Tarsier, and that should be game over. Right, we can't build anything, we just hold the drone. But this defends forever. Oh, I guess we should have harvested this since we're defended. Yeah. Okay, well, I was wrong. I guess the force fields were just actually winning in the end there. That's pretty surprising. Cool. Well, I guess we are now finally done with this episode, which has dragged on for a while, but I kind of wanted, like, a less stressful end to the episode than actually playing a game. I hope you guys enjoyed this little bit of spectating we did. If we didn't, like, geez. If you didn't, rather, geez, don't stick around. You know, no one says you have to watch the whole video if you don't like it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.